for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
All right, let's just put the cards on the table because I am trying really hard to keep my composure here. Welcome back to Yankees Fan Central. If you are looking for sunshine and rainbows, you came to the wrong place today. We need to have a serious adult conversation about what is happening, or rather, what is not happening at 1E100 City First Street. The New York Yankees are testing our patience in a way that feels personal. We are deep into the offseason now. The calendar is about to flip. And while the rest of the American League East is acting like they want to win a World Series, the Yankees are operating like a small market team, trying to save pennies for the vending machine. It is frankly embarrassing. Let's look around the neighborhood, shall we? The Baltimore Orioles aren't sitting on their hands. They are trading. They are adding arms like Shane Baz. The Boston Red Sox are putting legitimate money on the table for premium catchers. The Toronto Blue Jays, they are locking down their core, talking to Kyle Tucker and dropping bags of cash on Dylan Cease for 7 years. Even the Mets, of our little brothers across town, are acting like the big dogs. And what do we get? What is the Bombers' response to this arms race? Silence. Absolute silence, broken only by the sound of minor league contracts being faxed over for players who might not even make the spring training roster. Let's talk about the specific news that broke recently, because it perfectly encapsulates the problem. Gary Phillips reported it, and it's official. The Yankees have signed catcher Ali Sanchez to a minor league deal. Now, before you turn off the video, let's actually break down why this matters. Not because Sanchez is a savior, but because of what it represents. Sanchez joins a list of non-roster invitees like Peyton Henry and Miguel Palma. Brian Cashman stood in front of microphones at the winter meetings and told us the catching market was thin. So instead of making a power move, we are dumpster diving. Now, I want to be fair to the player. Ali Sanchez is a human being trying to make a living. He's played about 50 games in the bigs between Boston and Toronto, up to 2025. But let's look at the numbers, because numbers don't lie. Last season, in a very limited sample size of 23 plate appearances, he hit .217 with a .521 OPS. Folks, that is not a major league bat raw. That is barely a AAA bat. I know the argument. He's just depth. He's a defensive catcher. I get it. We traded Jose Trevino last year. We got stuck with Alex Jackson, who couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. And now we are trying to patch that hole. In the minors, Sanchez hit .274 with a .747 OPS. Is that decent? Sure. Is it going to help us beat the Dodgers or the Orioles in October? Absolutely not. The frustration here isn't that Ali Sanchez is a bad guy. It's that while other teams are signing impact starters, we are analyzing the third string catcher's on-base percentage in Scranton. It feels like the front office is checking boxes just to say they did something. Oh, look, we added a right-handed bat. Yeah, a bat that will likely spend the entire season in AAA unless Austin Wells or Ben Rice gets hurt. And speaking of Ben Rice, he's basically our third catcher and starting first baseman right now, which is a roster construction nightmare in itself. The Red Sox went for Wilson Contreras. We went for Ali Sanchez. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the difference in urgency between these two front offices right now, I don't know what will. Listen, if you are as tired of this passive offseason as I am, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. We are the only channel that is going to keep it 100% real with you about these moves every single day. You don't want to miss the next update. Now, let's pivot to something that is genuinely starting to weird me out. Is there a filter on Brian Cashman's computer that only shows him free agents who used to play for the New York Mets. I'm serious. It is becoming a running gag. We sign Paul Blackburn. We sign Ali Sanchez. And now the New York Post confirms that we have signed infielder Zach Short to a minor league deal. Meanwhile, the Mets are over there in Queens signing our guys. They got Devin Williams, they grabbed Luke Weaver, they took Clay Holmes, and they even took Juan Soto. It feels like we are living in the twilight zone where the Yankees are picking up the Mets scraps while the Mets are building a super team with former Yankees. Let's analyze the Zach Short signing because, again, it speaks volumes about the current strategy. Short is 30 years old. He has been around the block for 5 seasons. He's versatile. He can play second, third, short, and outfield. Defensively, he is solid. He can run, but offensively, man, it is tough to watch. He is a career 229 hitter in the minor leagues with a 758 OPS. Last year, his OPS in the minors was 705. In the majors, over 50 at-bats. He hit 220. This is the definition of a warm body. He is there to fill a jersey in spring training. But here is the deeper issue. Why are we signing Zach Short? Because the Yankees are terrified of their shortstop situation. We have to address the elephant in the room. Anthony Volpe, I love the kid's hustle, but last year was a disaster offensively. He hit .212 with a 663 OPS. He led the American League in errors. He looked lost. And the terrifying part is the Yankees don't have a backup plan. Volpe is the only true shortstop on the 26-man roster, so they bring in Zach Short and Ahmed Rosario as insurance. But let's be real, if we are relying on Zach Short to play meaningful innings in September, the season is already over. The craziest part of this analysis is that the solution might already be on the roster, but the Yankees refuse to commit to him. I'm talking about Jose Caballero. Why is this guy seen as just a bench piece? Look at what he did in a platoon role last year. He posted an 828 OPS. He is an elite base stealer. He swiped 15 bags in limited time with us. Volpe, who plays every day, only had 3 more steals than Caballero. Defensively, Caballero has a better arm and ranges better to his left. He hit .266, while Volpe was flirting with the Mendoza line. If the Yankees were serious about winning now, they would stop treating Caballero like a backup and give him a real shot to push Volpe for that starting job. Instead, they are bringing in guys like Zach Short to create the illusion of depth without actually raising the ceiling of the team. It's safe, it's boring, and it's not what the New York Yankees are supposed to be about. We shouldn't be looking for depth pieces that bat 220. We should be looking for champions. I want to hear from you guys in the comments because I know I'm not the only one feeling this. Does the signing of Zach Short or Ali Sanchez make you feel any better about this team? And who do you think should be starting at shortstop? Do you give Volpe another year on a leash? Or is it time to unleash Jose Caballero? Let me know your thoughts down below. We are going to keep monitoring this situation. And if Cashman decides to actually wake up and make a real move, you will hear it here first. Until then, keep the faith even when they make it hard. Go Yankees!